Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. In today's video, we will be going over how old the characters in The Mandalorian were during the original trilogy. The Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2 take place in the year 9 ABY. The timeline of the original Star Wars trilogy stretches from 0 BBY in A New Hope to 4 ABY in Return of the Jedi, with only 5 short years passing between the Empire's defeat and Djarin meeting Grogu for the very first time. Most of the Mandalorian's main players were alive and active during the events of the original trilogy. Djarin. Star Wars canon has yet to reveal an exact age for Djarin. Through the Mandalorian Season 1 flashbacks, we know Mando was a young child, around 11 based on the actor who played him, during the Clone Wars, which ended in 19 BBY. This means Jarrin was likely born around 30 BBY and would have been 30 years old during Episode 4. That'd make him 34 during Return of the Jedi and 39/40 during The Mandalorian. Grogu. Grogu's age is clearly stated as 50 years old in the first season of The Mandalorian. Consequently, Grogu would have been born around 41 BBY, making him 41 years old when the Star Wars original trilogy era began, and 45 when it all ended. Greef Karga. The Mandalorian provides absolutely no information regarding Greef Karga's year of birth, nor any childhood hints that might give him an approximate age range. The best assumption to use is Carl Weathers' date of birth as a guideline. The Greef Karga actor was 70 years old when The Mandalorian premiered in 2019, so by that logic, the character would have been roughly 61 years old when Episode 4 began, and 65 in Episode 6. The Mandalorian suggests Greef Karga was already embroiled in the world of bounty hunting during this period. Cara Dune. During the original trilogy, Cara Dune spent her time training to become a Rebel Alliance shock trooper, then sticking it to the Empire on Endor. Employing the same logic as her Greef Karga Carl Weathers approximation, Cara Dune is 36 in The Mandalorian, which would make her around 27 when Alderaan was obliterated, and 31 during her prime years fighting for the Rebel Alliance. Bocatan Crees. When Bocatan Crees first appears in Star Wars The Clone Wars in 20 BBY, she's already a grown-up Death Watch warrior, at least 18 years old, but more likely in her early 20s. This would make Kryze around 40 years old during the events of A New Hope, which comes immediately after her final animated appearance in Star Wars Rebels. Bo-Katan would then be 44 in Return of the Jedi and 49 in The Mandalorian, even though the character's actress, Katie Sackhoff, is only in her early 40s. Perhaps The Mandalorian Season 3 and the reveal of the Great Purge will provide a clearer idea of Bo-Katan's age. Boba Fett. The canon Star Wars, Absolutely Everything You Need to Know Updated and Expanded reference book lists Boba Fett as 10 years old when he was orphaned, which of course happened during the Battle of Geonosis in 22 BBY. When Boba Fett appears in The Empire Strikes Back, he's 35 years old, 36 years old upon dying in Return of the Jedi, and then 41 in The Mandalorian. This doesn't necessarily come across on screen, since Tamara Morrison is almost 20 years older. One could put Boba Fett's appearance down to Kamino's cloning technology, or the presumably unpleasant after effects of being swallowed by the Sarlacc. Ahsoka Tano. According to Star Wars canon, Ahsoka Tano was born in 36 BBY, and recruited by Plo Koon into the Jedi Order only 3 years later. Her whereabouts during the Star Wars original trilogy haven't yet been revealed, but Tano would have been 36 years old when the Civil War began, and 40 when it ended, making her 45 during The Mandalorian. Moff Gideon. Before the events of The Mandalorian, Moff Gideon belonged to the Empire's ISB division, where he played a significant role in the Great Purge of Mandalore, but his history before that is largely unknown. The best method of estimating the age of the Mandalorian's arch-villain is using Giancarlo Esposito's date of birth as a guideline, with the Gideon actor 60 years old when his Star Wars debut aired. Thus, Moff Gideon was approximately 51 years old during A New Hope, which makes sense given how far he'd already risen in the Imperial ranks. Fennick Shand. As with other characters whose exact years of birth are unknown, One might wish to use Ming-Na Wen's real-life age to extrapolate Fennec Shand's, but the character's Star Wars appearances suggest this wouldn't necessarily give an accurate result. That method would calculate Shand as 29 in Star Wars The Bad Batch, but not only does the animated bounty hunter look younger, she's described as an upstart bounty hunter, meaning Shand more likely was in her early 20s here. With The Bad Batch set in 19 BBY, Fennick Shand actually seems to be closer to 40 years old upon the outset of the original trilogy, making her 49 in The Mandalorian. Although Ming-Na Wen is in her mid-50s, she easily gets away with playing a younger assassin. Luke Skywalker. Born in Revenge of the Sith, Luke Skywalker was 19 years old when he torpedoed the Death Star, and 23 when he convinced Darth Vader to return to the light side. Therefore, Luke is supposed to be 28 when he picks up Grogu for his first day of Jedi training in The Mandalorian Season 2. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think about this video? Are you surprised by any of the ages? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. We hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.
You are not a Jedi yet.